Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Wealth Management Advisory Club meeting. For those who are the first meeting, my name is Jack Mitchell. I'm the president of the Wealth Management Advisory Club. I know we had our intro meeting last week. It is up on our YouTube channel, FDU Wealth Management Advisory Club. But today's meeting is geared towards the accounting and finance recruiting fair that will be happening on Wednesday. There are some professors that the sign-up rate for students to companies is not that great. But we want to encourage you guys to do it. So that's why, as an e-board, we decided why not we do a little workshop on LinkedIn, Handshake, and how to recruit for the channel. By the way, the recording of this meeting will always be over YouTube channel, so don't worry. If you miss a meeting, it will always be there. Everyone's Zoom can see my screen, right? Just so we get a. Oh, and geez, I forgot to mention this. We found our brand new social media manager, and she's actually here listed next to Lindsay. I'm not going to introduce yourself to the group because it's the first meeting. So,
thank you.
Yours.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsay. Nice to meet everybody.
Social media manager. All right, so just note for anyone, if this is your first meeting, please scan this QR code to sign up on our sign up sheet. I know we have some new faces here, so just make sure to take some shots to attend this. I have it later. Okay. And then for anyone who did not sign up yet for the accounting recruiting, finance recruiting fair, co-hosted by the professional development program here at FDU Silberman Business and also the Wealth Management Advisory Club. Scan it right there. So, and there is transportation for any Metro members. There will be. I think today's the last day to sign up for that. So if you don't have any transportation, you better hop on that register now. Okay, so we're going to go over this in 4 parts. We're going to go over LinkedIn, we're going to go over Handshake, resume review, and then we're going to do career prep. So Gloria was supposed to do LinkedIn, but I guess I'll do LinkedIn. I guess so. All right, so what is LinkedIn? I know most of you probably heard what LinkedIn is already, and I'm not going to really go with you guys to death about it. But LinkedIn is basically a worldwide known platform for career development and professional networking, helping more people to find jobs and get in touch with employers inside a company where they want to work in the future. Okay. So why is it important to have a LinkedIn profile? Your complete LinkedIn profile summarizes your professional experience and your connection to the platform, while you will be able to showcase your skills, talent, and professional experience, as well as include past and current employers and career interests on your profile. I'm not going to work into all this. By the way, I actually will give everyone a copy of this. I think next week, probably after this week, means you can draw something out, but just want to put you guys about that. So how do we use LinkedIn effectively? Please do not use it like it's your other social media account, because believe me, it's not. Do not do that. Post relevant content, include as much detail as possible, right when the nitty-gritty. Keep information chronological as possible. Follow companies of interest and connect and reach out. That is the biggest thing. I'll stay here today. Connect and reach out. So the do's of LinkedIn, what should you do on LinkedIn for success? You should personalize connection requests, send a welcome and thank you message. Obviously, if we have an interview where you don't career for you can welcome and thank you message. My advice is to not give the same thank you message every time because it'll catch on and oh, it's the same message. Don't do that. A professional headshot. I know we're leaving the Metro campus on Tuesday. They're going to be having I think a career carnival, I think. They believe they're going to give professional headshots for free. Number 4 is the 27th, or 28th or 27th. So I'm definitely everyone should go to that as well. Do post content regularly, do nurture relationships, do introduce people, and keep it professional at all times. Do not go unprofessional. Do not do that. Speaking of adults, the adults are like this. Do not send spam messages to connections, and don't send irrelevant messages like I've seen your profile and all other wacky stuff. Don't ask strangers for recommendations and don't post self-serving content. And the biggest pet peeve, do not criticize others or comment negatively. If living will hurt you more, it definitely. So how to use it effectively. Connect with those who have common interest with alumni and professionals, so like myself, professors on campus, and even your employers that you work with. Send personalized messages when connecting, enter your qualifications, stand out. Job applications, a bunch of job applications on LinkedIn. I believe there's some that are actually easy to apply, so it's very easy. And include your profile link on your resume. My resume don't, but yeah, it's different. So this is an example of professional LinkedIn profile. I know it hasn't aged well. I know it's not accurate, but we'll make the best do what we have. So basically, the bulleted list and a detailed summary, a professional summary of what they've done in their career, their complete education, and professional details. And continuing on with that, with this other person, which is Brian, he has an organized format, his subtitle, that stand out, professional profile picture, the skills are neatly outlined as content with curly label. And continuing on, same thing, bolded appearance, current company, simple skills, and major accomplishments listed on the top line. All right, Handshake. This is where we're going to go more. So who here has a Handshake account? Everyone's hand should be up because it's the first thing I believe that Mary, Pat, or Paige will tell you to do. Okay, that's great. All right, so I'm actually going to hop off of this and going to show you guys a live demo of Handshake. For everyone on Zoom who does not know what Handshake is, I highly suggest you make an account before the career fair on Wednesday. So let me my Handshake. Basically, this is what the school uses. It's technically the LinkedIn, but more geared towards college students. No way, if you guys want something much version of it. So basically, when you do sign up, use your school email. Basically, go to the homepage. So, and I believe, if I remember, I think some people are taking career strategy. I think one of the professors asked you guys to complete your Handshake profile. So basically, it's going to help you guys out a lot next time. It's really easy. So basically, you go to your homepage. It'll show you, your jobs, your events, your employers. Making profile stand out, making companies, the area. Basically, the jobs, we show you any jobs that you have that are near you. You look at like full-time job, internship, part-time, on campus. And then we have events, obviously the accounting and finance fair. One that's next. And career fairs, virtual career fairs. There's even some career you actually attend outside of FDU if you want. I know I've attended some, and they're kind of fun. And then employers, you actually the message and look up employers from all over the country that we have on our Handshake account. So obviously, you look up, for example, I think I had New York Life Insurance Company untracked early and stated entertainment. So I know I met with either one of them last year. And you basically look them up by industry, employer size, location, search. But this is the big thing you want to do is that your Handshake profile. What should be included in your Handshake profile? Well, obviously, first of all, your name, because if they don't know what your name is, who is this profile? Your university, your major, what year you're graduating, junior, what your GPA is. I know I should have worked that out, but I just want to see that. My journey, so basically, the same thing you put on your LinkedIn description. So basically, just copy and paste over the same thing. For education, I would have suggest do not put anything related to high school. Just put everything in college because they do not care about what high school you went to. You only care about it in college. Your work experience, so basically, you see the plethora of work experiences I've had. I'm not going to hold you guys with that because that's not why we're here. Basically, list them here. And then you have organization extracurriculars. That's all the clubs you've been doing. And you can put both managers out, put that down. And even for the work experience, just add on to that. Any internships you've done, externships, part-time jobs, full-time jobs, put that there. Any skills you want to add, I know from being accounting, internship, make sure it's all the same. You documents, you obviously want to do put your resume on there public, make sure it's updated. Let's talk about that a little bit. Detail your transcript. You really have to put your transcript up there, but I just put it up there. And then cover letter. Rarely people will never ever ask you to have a cover letter. Nobody asked for that, so don't even worry about it. But I put it up there just in case. Put your courses down. Just put the relevant courses that are geared towards your major. So, like your accounting major, just put IFA 1, IFA 2, accounting information systems. I think I was thinking about that's accounting audit concepts. So I should have put that in there. But and then projects, you can put any projects you're working on. But really, no one uses that. I think people use that like in arts major or design major, graphic design major. And then you have your inbox right here is basically all the messages from all the employers, any, group sessions that are happening, any career fairs that be happening, you want to know. And basically here, say, for example, EY messaged me and they said, hey, they're asking me to apply for this internship. So, and then the Career Center, obviously, you can reach out to them about any, make an appointment, resources, experiences, surveys, all of the good stuff. So I suggest for anyone who's not the Handshake account, like I said again, please set that up ASAP before the career fair Wednesday. You'll thank me for that. All right, so now we're going to go to resume review, and I believe. Oh, that's it. You come up here. Talk about the resume review. No, not right.
All right, so first off, you want to evaluate all your past experiences, including internships, coursework, projects, part-time volunteer work, and just extracurricular activities like Jack said before, what he put on his Handshake. And you want to list some of your skills, if you're advanced in Excel or any Microsoft Office applications, make sure to put that. If it's regarding your major. A resume is really important. It helps recruiters look at it to get you an interview, and if you talk to one at the recruiting fair, they can even put in a good word when you do send your application in. You also want to make sure you have a printed out resume when you go to the recruiting fair, just hand it out so they have it in person. Okay, so resume dues. Keep a resume on one page. Easy font, Times New Roman, size 10 to 12. The resume should be printed in black ink only. Make sure all the information is 100% accurate and truthful, and your resume should be updated regularly, and should include new phone numbers, new work experience, whatever. And you can create different resumes for different positions. Now, resume don'ts. Do not include personal information like your age, your date of birth, or your social security number. You will include the year you graduate, so that is fine. Do not use any templates. It can be difficult to change, even difficult to read. And do not use any pronouns in your resume. These are good examples of some verbs to use when you are describing a work experience or a volunteer experience in your resume.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a good example of a sample resume, but some of them are bad examples.
Yeah, I legit pulled this out of FDU, so this is everything that's just I presenting it from FDU. So
Yeah. So it's literally like a jotted down list with a brief explanation of, your pros and your work experience, and then to the right, you just have the dates of when you accomplished it or when you did it, whatever. This is a good example of a resume. It basically looks the same as the ones from up here to your left, but yeah, again, make sure to put the dates to the right. And this is a bad example of a resume. So this is kind of all over the place. The fonts are different. The size of the font is different. He only has his first name up there. Doesn't really have any dates of when it was accomplished. Not very easy to read.
All right. So now we're going to talk about the career fair prep, or in this case, you have to use Silver's calling career fair for about a month. I guess my mind. So before we get to that, we can talk about one thing. What is networking? Networking is a two-way, mutual, beneficial professional relationship. It allows you to gain insights, support, and advice, and also actually able to have you learn strategies and tactics. And according to U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 70% of all jobs are found from networking. Believe me, I've gotten numerous internships for networking, doing career fairs, believe me, do it. And even if you're a freshman, I would suggest you do this career fair, put your name out there, because I've done it my first year when I came here, I think it was virtual. I think, Kevin, are you there? I don't know if you want to just talk about just a couple of these, like a summary, but I'm gonna go more in depth when we go through the slides about that, but yeah.
Yeah, sure. I just can't control the slides. So,
No, I'll be able to control.
alrighty. So yeah, just listing off, we're gonna talk about these as we go through, but recruiting tips, you want to prepare, you want to rest up, professionally dress, bring many copies of your resume, allow yourself adequate time, prioritize employees, have a great plan, have a game plan, explore their options, introductions or elevator speeches, respect employers' product samples, mindful mannerisms, collect business cards, clean up your social media identity, as we talked about before, follow up, and be positive and smile. So you want to prepare, you want to review the employers on the career development website. You'll also see this on Handshake. You can see exactly who's coming and what they're offering. Spend time getting some background on organizations that interest you, then you can ask focused questions. You want to do this because when you attend these fairs, you're not going to be able to see all 39 companies. So you really want to just list down who you want. This impresses representatives because it shows a genuine interest in them. Yeah, so you want to rest. Your company research should probably be done a week prior, maybe a day prior. But you want to make sure you get good rest so you're up and ready, and probably including have a great breakfast too, because it really gets the mind active. So first impressions are really important. Just professionally, pretend as if you were going to an in-person interview. I would like to add, definitely research the companies you want to see. I remember over the summer, I worked for a really big company, and the first day I showed up in a suit and nobody else was. And I realized, well, maybe that's just not the company culture. So definitely look into the company's culture, see how they dress, see how they act, and go from there. And these are just some examples on what to wear and what not to wear. So definitely dress up. If it's not a suit, at least put on slacks, put on a nice polo, maybe a dress shirt. And same goes for ladies as well. But yeah, so bring many copies of your resume. Bring enough resumes for the employees you intend to meet, plus 20 more. You never know who you're going to meet, and make sure there are no errors and use resume papers. So it's going to be our first in-person career fair, which is really important, really different. You have to have everything through paper now, or you could get other information online. But definitely, if you're not up to date on your resume, I highly advise you to see Pat or Paige. They are amazing.
And also Mary Safer as well, just for.
Yes.
Very all of them.
And allow yourself adequate time, arrive at the fair at the designated time or within 30 minutes after. The fair is closed promptly. You don't want to miss any opportunities. Like I said, there's not too much time. So you definitely want to pick out your companies and go from there and be able to do that. And prioritize the employees. Like I said before, you only have little time to speak to the employers. So, and because there are so many other students that really want to have these opportunities as well, you need to practice your elevator speech, get your 1 minute down, and be able to sell yourself in a way in under a minute. So definitely prepare. Would you like me to still talk, or do you want to?
So have a game plan. So take a few minutes when you arrive at the location for your employees. Oh, she's just. So basically what we have is the career fair. It's going to be in Linfield Hall, so it's going to be a huge room. There's like multiple employers around the room. So just get a scope of where everyone is. You can locate the employees you're most interested in, see if any lines in the building. So maybe we'll start there. In this case, for our career fair, we don't know what the sun's going to be like. If you register, you click on all employers, it'll show you all the employers that'll be showing up there. So for example, I know Deloitte will be there, I changed it last summer, we're with them. And then, we have ACO. It's funny enough, we have ACO called us after, in about 2 weeks to send to us. We'll make that connection there. So you'll see all the employers that will be there, who recruiter will be there for each company, and all that good stuff. And see how I noted that we tied this back. I know today's Disney Plus Day, so if they were to not get the reference, you could kind of shove in the back of that. All right. All right, explore their options. There may be employers who are added at last minute to explore those tables. When you've seen all the companies you set up to meet, visit those tables. There may be hidden opportunities, also great for networking as well. An introduction. Offer the recruiter a first answer, introduce yourself, be ready to have a 30-second introduction or an elevator pitch, as I think one of my high school called it. Write about what you were interested in, what you have to offer. So for example, your name, your current position, whatever grade you're in, what you're majoring in, you're seeking, selling points, qualification, passions, and then anything else in general. Hand your resume to the recruiter, so it's a nice gesture to welcome and thank you for representing coming out to you. And be professional when you are speaking, be mindful of non-verbals, which, for example, crossing your eyes, like this, or crossing your arms, or eye contact, or fidgeting. Don't do that, just completely turn off or whatever. Respect employers' product samples. Some employers bring product samples from seats to table. It's not intended to be a shopping spree. Do not think you can take all of them. I took every single one of them. Don't do that. Take one and thank the employer for the gift. And always check the employer for taking materials from their table. Mind your manners. Not only do you represent yourself, you represent the university. In this case, we are the university. The organization of the fair are there because they are interested in that students at KU guys. Some representatives may be alumni. Last semester, there was one alumni. Actually, it was from, I think it was E1. I can't remember his name. Anyway, be courteous to your fellow students. Be able to speak with employers by keeping your introductions and questions brief, and also respecting your employers' limits. Collecting business cards. This serves two purposes. First, you take brief notes in the back of each card, example things you want to remember about the company or representative. And second, you'll need the correct information. So a thank you note that acknowledges your appreciation of the employer visiting our campus and providing opportunities for you. Now like that, you can actually get student points for just doing the obtaining business cards. I highly suggest doing that for the career fair. And now I'm just going to a little segue off because I know there's business cards out there. There's like handwritten one, but I actually have a product in my hand. Actually, it's actually a digital business card, which is popular. Is a digital business card. So basically, you scan on your phone, like I'm doing right now, it basically, it's not supposed to let that happen. But in this case, it basically show you a digitalized home business card. So if I have it on my phone, there you go. It basically gives you a digitalized business card right here. And it's actually completely free to get it. And if you use promo code JackMitchell20, you get 20% off your order. Now I think actually this gold 24-karat business card. It's not actually $200, but and they come in all shapes and sizes: flat, MagSafe, display, bags, code bags, keychains, just saying it's another option if you don't want to do the handwritten business card, you can just do that. So clean up your social media identity. And I know that my parents, when I was in high school, they lectured me about this and say, Jack, clean up your social media profiles. And at first I didn't listen to them until I had my first internship. I'm like, all right, gotta clean things up here. Be mindful of what you post on social media, remove or untag yourself with any non-professional, and adjust privacy settings on your account if necessary. Never complain about a job, coworker, or boss on social media, and do not take this lightly. A typical first step of an employer after reviewing the resume is searching for you online. Believe me, it'll just take 10, probably 3 seconds, probably short of that. Just look on the back, see if you can do it appropriate, done. So search up on Google, put the image search to see what comes up in the result. And you're putting yourself in a great deal effort to make the resume look and sound perfect. Do not harm your chances of getting an interview with unprofessional content social media. Do not want that to happen to anybody. So please don't do that. Last thing, follow-up. So follow-up will be email or LinkedIn, or if you basically get their email in the business card, basically just email them. Mention something specific that you talk with them about it. Thank them for the time to speak with you, because they'll meet with a multiple amount of kids. That's even if it's virtual, they don't know. This is in person, they're just take it out there. And be positive and smile, and the time spent with employers is great learning and network experience and enjoy it. Like Mary Sager would say every day in the meeting for PDP, see those smiling faces. I never get over that. Never get over that. So now I'm going to open this up to Q&A. If anyone has any questions for me, my e-board about anything related to LinkedIn, Handshake, recruiting fair, anything in general, ask us, because we're here. We have a lot of time on our hands, so you guys can ask as many questions as you want. Anyone? Don't be shy. Anyone on Zoom want to ask? I don't want to pick on people. Don't want to do that.
I have a question.
Yes.
I saw on your resume, what's an externship?
So basically, an externship is basically not, it's not really like an internship where you're basically learning skills without getting paid.
It's like job shadowing?
Yeah.
How would you get that? Same way Handshake or?
Yes, LinkedIn, Handshake. I know I did my, I actually got to think back. I think it was Handshake. I think that AT&T Summer Learning Academy, it was an externship for like a week. Actually, it was like 2 weeks. And that was done completely virtually. So even though it's not geared toward business major, I would still do it. You know, it's good in your resume, but that's just my opinion. Any other questions? Anyone from Zoom? I know there's some people on there, so. Once, twice. Okay. Anyone here? No one? All right, this is good. Well, our job done. All right, just for anyone who just forgot, our contact info is right here. Our YouTube channel is there. All of our meetings we post up on there. Our link tree is here. Find all our Zoom links and all the good stuff. And just update on the room for Metro. We are trying to get a room locked in on Metro that meets in person. So for Metro, for the time being, will be via Zoom, but when we do find out when that room will be locked in, we will let you know where, but usually it needs to be at 5. For anyone who is not on the GroupMe, I would suggest scanning this code and joining our GroupMe. We'll get all the updates from yours truly and our e-board about that. Just give them a sense of that. All right. Okay, so next meeting is going to be on the 15th. We're going to be here 5 p.m. Equitable Advisor coming in, Brandon Eisenberg, he's the COO of Equitable Advisor coming virtually. Even though he's coming virtually, I suggest everyone just come in business casual, at least just to show that, you know, give respect. And for everyone on Zoom, please have cameras on. I know last month we really didn't have any cameras on, which is so professional. We want to make sure we get their undivided attention. We have these meetings. The 22nd, we don't know one yet, but I know that meeting will be at 4 p.m. There will be a meeting at 5, so I want to look at that. And then the 29th, we'll Goldman Sachs Bank will be coming in at 5 p.m. Reminders, if this is your first meeting, please sign up sign up form or see me after the meeting. I will give you the link to do that. Please sign up for accounting, finance, recruiting fair on Wednesday. So actually, I told you guys when you sign, please do it. If anyone wants to be on the e-board, please let one of us know. We are looking for a publicist. I do not care if you are an accounting, finance, or marketing. I do not care. As long as the person wants to be publicist, I have no problem. If anyone wants this kind of lively products, please see me. And if anyone wants to get a discount on popular products, use my code right there. And also download Super to get your PDP points. And speaking of that, I know it's everyone's favorite time. PDP points time. I know it's probably not favorite time, but I know it's fine. So everyone on Zoom, everyone here, you want to scan the QR code to get your PDP points. Remember? Yeah.
That's fine.
What?
I'm getting mine right now. Thank you, Jack.
What are PPE points?
Are you business major?
No.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so then that would not apply to you because that FDU Silberman Business Majors only. But you know, at least you're get experience. Join our club if you want. So I do open this club up to all the majors. I don't care if you're a business major or not. I put everyone because at least you will learn something or so. Just saying that. Kevin, I don't know if you want to say something or not, but you did.
I just want to say next week we have Equitable Advisors coming in, and they also are a part of the recruiting fair. So if you're interested in them, it's definitely a good opportunity to speak with them, have them here, you know, definitely start networking in that company.
All righty, then if no one has any questions. questions or comments or anything, perhaps me and my board. That's it. Next week's meeting is gonna be here at 5 PM. I promise it'll be a longer meeting. I know it's just a 30-minute meeting, but you know, we gotta make do what we have to do. And with that, that's it. And I will see you all next week here, same room, same time. Thank you guys, and I will see you all later.
Thank you. Goodbye.